Hi, my name is Leo Connors, and welcome to The Ring and All Other Sports. Tonight I got two special guests from Atlantic Pro Wrestling, the owner Michael Morse, and Christian, the content creator. Correct?
Yeah, good moniker, I guess.
Nice to see you guys. Thank you very much for coming on the show again.
Yeah,
Michael, this is
absolutely.
what, your sixth?
Yeah,
Gotta be close, right?
Yeah, sixth or seventh.
And your second?
My third.
Third, that's right. That's right. Nice.
Yeah.
Returning guests, gotta love it. Means you guys had fun the first time.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get right into it.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to skip over at the fan question first because I got to open with this. CM Punk. What did you guys think? Seriously. Like, with all the hype about, him not being there or being there, what did you guys think?
I've never really, let me rephrase that. Since CM Punk left WWE originally.
Right.
And
almost a decade ago.
Yeah, almost a decade ago. And when he returned in AEW, I really didn't care too much about it. Because and that might be because of the way he talked about the WWE and growing up a WWE
Well,
guy.
oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
And also the people that are in AEW.
Yeah.
It's not like
children?
It's not like I needed to see CM Punk versus MJF.
Right.
Like I need to see CM Punk versus Seth Rollins or CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
These are matches that I want to see, so I'm a little bit more excited.
Yeah.
I liked the thing that he did, white T-shirt. White T-shirt stands for clean slate.
Didn't he look better though? Like healthier?
He looked
bigger?
way healthier.
Oh, yeah.
He looked really good.
He just looked like it looked like the age that he put on when he was in AEW just kind of disappeared.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think?
You'll remember where you were when Michael Jackson died. You'll remember where you were, when OJ verdict, and you'll remember where you were when CM Punk came back to WWE.
Yeah, that's insane.
I was pretty fired up.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if you're into the dirt sheets.
No, not really, but I mean,
I am pretty hard.
Yeah.
I love CM Punk.
Yeah.
Pretty opposite. I'm a big CM Punk fan. And,
see, and I got to know him from catering, and he was a jerk, but he's so good, I still wanted to watch him. Yep. That's a good workout, if you ask me. If you don't like him personally, to still want to see him.
The way they did it, man. I mean, I had the remote in my hand.
Ready to shut it off.
I was about to shut it off.
Yeah.
And that music hit, and
that was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Now, what do you guys think about the Seth Rollins thing? You think that's an angle, or do you think he was really that hot?
100% an angle, because it came out today that the people in the main event were told that CM Punk was going to be coming out.
Oh, wow. I don't know if you saw Rhea Ripley, a little thing and she's like making the faces. Yeah, I loved it.
Of course, they all got to sell that they didn't know what was going to happen. But you got to think, Seth Rollins is at the top. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, they're all at the top of the mountain talent-wise.
Yeah.
And they're all in good with Triple H. Triple H isn't going to do something and not tell his top stars.
Right.
So whether it was 5 minutes before they went through the curtain or an hour before the curtain, all of the people in the ring knew that CM Punk was coming out at the end of the show.
Well, seeing how you brought up, let's say the Shield, okay? This year in the PWI 500, it was Roman Reigns number 1, Seth Rollins number 2, and John Moxley number 3. All 3 members of the Shield. Yep. And that was, 5-6 years ago? Or was it longer?
Oh, way longer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I'm bad with time.
Had to be close to 10 years because Punk was involved at that time.
Punk, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, guys, let's get into some fan questions. Andy Miller wants to know, will APW have a women's title? And didn't you guys used to have one, correct?
We did. We absolutely did. And starting in February, we're going to have an 8-woman tournament, and we're going to crown a new women's champ. We actually have the belt. I have the belt design all done.
Yeah.
It's just got to give them a go to put it together.
Nice. So. Thank you, Andy. Michael Pitaro, he's got a few. This is his first one. Will you support the politicians' campaign for the APW New England Championship? No. About you?
I'll consider it.
Yeah. All right. Jerry Lane, have you looked into what you said off here? Have you looked into expanding in other towns on the North Shore?
I've looked into it.
Yeah.
You know, there are some good promotions that run in that area.
Yeah.
And it's tough to, you know, encroach on somebody's territory, so to speak.
Right.
I mean, we had an issue where we ran a show in a town in New Hampshire, and we got a lot of blowback for it.
Right.
Because another company runs that town. We didn't run the same building. We
Right.
just ran the same town.
Right.
So much that the commission got involved and was like, no, if another company runs that town, you don't run that town.
Right. Wow.
Same building or not. So.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have anything to add on that?
no.
Okay. Dave Fournier. Any plans? Nobody reads the questions before they ask one. So back to back. Any plans for APW to expand into other New England states in 2024? Thank you, Dave Fournier.
States? No. I'm not
you're
going to.
pretty much
Yeah, I'm
New
going to
Hampshire,
stay.
Mass?
Yeah, but the bulk of our shows next year are going to be in Newburyport.
Right.
We're going to be in our home. I have 9 shows right now.
Which is a great building for you
Newburyport.
guys.
Yep.
It is.
It's home. And then we have 1 show on the books right now for New Hampshire. There will be more added.
Right.
But it's going to be Manchester. We're gonna kind of let Derry go its own way because
Right.
we saw numbers decrease and it's just not financially viable.
Right. But like you had said, that one time you ran, they did really well.
Yeah,
And that was during the pandemic, too.
Well, no, this was,
it?
yeah, we ran in Derry during the pandemic in October of 2021 or 2020, somewhere around there. But that first December show, or that first show beginning of this year in Derry when Malonis wrestled Mortar, we had over 200 people in that building.
Wow,
and
that's nice.
It just, each show after that just declined.
Right.
Which, trust me, I would love to run there because it's 20 minutes from my house.
Right.
So.
That must have been a great match because Mortar's really
Oh yeah,
come a long way, man.
It tore down the house.
He's
and,
really good.
I mean, Brian Malonis did stuff off the top rope that a guy that big should not be doing.
Wow, really?
Yes.
Nice. Best pound for pound wrestler in the world.
Sure is.
I think he broke
One
the
of
ring.
my favorites, that's for sure. All right. All right, Michael Pataro's back.
Yep.
How did the relationship between APW and the Premier Streaming Network get set up?
The CEO of Premier Streaming Network, Paul Owens, used to be an executive at Fight.
Okay.
We, as everybody knows, we did a few shows live on Fight. We streamed them live. Then we did a few where we taped and edited and sent out. And I saw that he was now part of this new streaming network. He and I got to having a conversation. Didn't have a deal. I was no longer under the deal with Fight, so we just decided to switch. He was familiar with our product. He was familiar with me, and we had a good working relationship. So that's how it came about.
Nice. Do you have anything you want to add there, bud?
We went to the Premier Streaming Network Wrestling Showcase in New Jersey. I think that was a really big moment for the company.
And then when was that? You guys both went?
Yeah, it was September.
Wow.
September, I forget the date, but it was the headliner of the show was supposed to be Matt Cardona versus Colt Cabana. Colt couldn't get his flight in, so we had McCarthy defending Mike McCarthy and Steven Stetson.
Yeah,
and it was a APW heavyweight championship. So we were on the pre-show.
Yeah,
but we were also told that we were one of the overall match was one of the top matches on the entire card.
well, I believe that both those guys could work, man. Seriously.
So
I love Mike McCarthy really diving in this time, you know?
Yeah.
He's killing it.
He absolutely is. And
really is.
We're actually, we're hoping, I've been trying to work something out where we can bring the next Premier Streaming Showcase here.
Right.
The issue is that a lot of the companies they work with are in the New Jersey, New York area, so they're going to stay close to those homes.
Yep.
But I would love to bring it to the building that we have in Manchester if I could.
Nice. Now, where was it in Jersey? What city?
Metuchen.
Metuchen. Yep. It's a wrestling city in Jersey, no doubt.
We'll take the opportunity to say, please, if you're interested, take a watch on Premier Streaming Network of our shows. We are working very hard on them, and
Nice.
if the money's not there at the moment, reach out to me personally. I'll help you out.
All right. Let's see. Michael says, what is the revenue model between streaming companies and independent wrestling? I mean, does anybody really want to talk money?
Yeah, I don't care. I can talk about it. So we have paid particular amount
Yeah.
for every minute watched.
Right.
And the higher the minutes, the higher the percentage, the higher the payout
Right.
per minute. They also have the video on demand or pay-per-view model where
Yeah.
we put something up. It's a flat rate. We'll say $10.
Right.
And it's a 50-50 split.
Dude, that's not bad, man, for $10 to get a show online to watch. You
You're
know
right.
what I
And
mean?
when you
Really?
once you pay the $10,
Yeah.
you have that show for life in your bucket.
Oh, no kidding. You
so you
get
pay
to
the
keep it.
$10 once, and you can go back and watch that show
Wow.
5 years from now.
That is a really good deal.
And
Really good
The
deal.
network itself has an amazing catalog of
Yeah.
stuff to watch. Big collections on MJF, Adam Cole.
Yeah.
There's
There must
so
be
much.
boxing, right? I would imagine, on MMA.
Yeah, they have some MMA and some in wrestling.
Right.
They're very heavy into the professional wressling.
Oh, cool.
Because
awesome.
one of the owners, Josh, who we had the privilege of meeting while we were there, he also had he has a professional wrestling background, but he's very close friends with Matt Cardona.
Nice. That's awesome. All right, he's got a couple more. Does APW pay Premier for hosting, or does Premier pay APW for content? You just answered
Yeah,
that.
we do not pay them; they pay us, as I stated.
Right. All right. What matches can we look forward to on the December 2nd show? And you did put the matches out there, right?
Yeah, all
Yeah.
8 of the matches are out there. Obviously, the main event is Lucas Chase making his debut for APW versus Mike McCarthy for the heavyweight championship. We have the newly minted Stetson Country member, Scotty Slade,
Okay.
taking on DJ Powers for the New England championship. And then
Who's really doing well, man.
I love
Really.
DJ. DJ works his butt off.
Yeah.
He knows
Does.
the business. He knows how to put a match together. He knows how to be entertaining.
Right.
And the kid's not, I don't even think he's 20 years old yet.
Did Ryan start training him, or did he with Elia and...
I think Ryan was involved at the beginning. And
right.
now it's primarily Elia.
Yep.
Because I know Elia is running the lockup.
Right.
And I do know that he goes to the Beyond School. I think like every Wednesday night he goes and works out at the Beyond School with Brian Malonis, and I think I can't remember.
Is it Kenny?
No, it's not Kenny. It's the other gentleman that used to be in the WWE. He does like a nerdy teacher gimmick or student gimmick now. Antonio
Thomas?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he and Malonis, he goes there and trains with him on Wednesdays. So.
Wow, that's awesome. That's a lot of knowledge between those two guys.
Absolutely. And then we have the neighborhood is defending the APW Tag Team Championships against MSP.
Yeah, that's going to be a great match.
Don't want to miss that one.
Oh, MSP is incredible. And so is it, the neighborhood. They're really coming along for young kids.
Absolutely.
And like I was saying off air, you guys, they're best friends.
Right.
You know what I mean? So before you know it, they're not even going to have to say anything to each other. Just going to mesh together very well. All right. Warren DeMartini wants to know, do you feel that Seth Rollins reacted to Punk was real or an angle? You had already said it.
Yeah, I think
it's an angle.
I think it's 100% an angle.
Yeah. What about you?
I think
so?
I think it's an angle, but the kayfabe kid in me is gonna say, "Oh no, that's real."
Right.
So
That, like we were saying earlier, that just was amazing, man. I didn't think he was coming out. I really didn't. You know, like you said, you were ready to shut it off.
Yep.
Yeah, my daughter actually shut it off. I was like, so I texted her the next morning. I'm like, what'd you think of Punk? She goes, what? She goes, I said, after they panned out, she goes, I didn't even get that far. They put the little thing in the corner while they were still looking at showing up close to the ring, and I shut it off. Like, yeah, you missed it.
Missed it by this much.
Just that much.
I'm actually wondering how many people actually shut it off.
Oh, I'm sure a lot did.
But you have to look at it. Triple H's thing has become the after the watermark comes up.
Yeah.
He did it with Bray.
Right.
He's now done it with Punk.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure before long he's going to be doing it with Mercedes, because I honestly think
she's coming back?
Yeah.
If she's smart, she'd come
The
back.
money, I mean, Tony Khan can throw money at them all he wants, but Tony Khan, they don't, I hate to crap on someone, but they don't, in my opinion, and not that I'm a great booker, but they don't book the people right in AEW.
Right.
I like some of the stuff that's going on
Yep.
there, but booking-wise and entertainment-wise, and it's all WWE for me. I mean, I watch AEW, but like
We're going to get into that real soon about that, the numbers and all that. Dave Rude wants to know, AEW came out of the gate red hot, but recently there seems to be a switch where SmackDown is averaging 2 million viewers, where AEW in one of the Dynamites the past few weeks went down to 250,000. They started with 1 million, and they just kept going down and down. So what do you think about that, guys?
I mean, I can relate. When AEW debuted, man, I was in front of that TV.
Right. Me
just
too.
ready. And it was so exciting. I could probably say for a better part of 2 years, for me, it was AEW, WWE.
Yep.
What was
Yep.
I going to be watching?
Right.
And I can relate to that. Now I'm barely watching AEW.
Yep.
Disappointed with what they've done with Punk,
So
Edge.
disappointed in AEW. I am, at least, like you just said you are. Michael, what do you think?
I've always been, WWE's always been up here for
Right.
me. AEW has always been, you know, not the lower tier, but I mean,
But the lower tier.
the lower tier. I mean, you know, honestly, I'm excited to see what TNA is going to do in the new year.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if TNA passes AEW.
Right.
Just based on that promo. I don't know if you saw that promo when they announced TNA was coming back.
No, I did. Who did the promo?
Their whole roster. Like
okay.
They had Josh Alexander.
Oh, wow.
Jordan Grace, Eddie, and Alicia were in it. Like, and it was just fabulous. Well done.
Right. I wish I would have saw it. I'll have to look
It
it
was
up.
very cinematic.
Yeah.
Take a look.
And then, but yeah. So for me, it's the quality.
Right.
You look at if you watch AEW and WWE side by side, everything pops in the WWE
Yes.
production.
Yep.
They have like an old boxing feel where it's dark in the arena. There's not really much lighting other than on the stage.
Right.
And that's not appealing to me.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I love Daniel Bryan.
Yep.
Brian
I'm sure,
Danielson.
yeah.
I love Kenny Omega. I like Adam Page. I like these guys, but they don't tell a story. Like they just Tony and whoever he has working for them.
Right.
They're not telling stories. Like the best storyline in probably professional wrestling history has literally been going on for almost 3 years, and that is the Bloodline storyline.
Yeah.
Whenever in the history of pro wrestling did a
No doubt.
storyline carry out for 3 years
Yeah.
and still be at the top level
Right.
that it's
And
at?
to think of all the members that are still in the family that haven't come to the WWE, this thing could last a decade.
Right.
Jacob Fatu, I'm dying for him to show up in the WWE. He's an amazing wrestler, looks like a savage. You know what I mean?
When we went to New Jersey,
he was actually
we
there.
were the table next to him.
Oh, no kidding.
Masshole Mike McCarthy broke a 50 for him. So McCarthy made himself an honorary oos.
Nice. That's awesome.
He was talking to everybody like they were his best friend.
Yeah. And Rikishi's got at least one more son. At
Yeah.
least one.
Yeah.
I want to say maybe two.
I know one more that just started training.
Yeah.
And just started doing shows. But
Right. It's amazing how many people are in that family, for crying out loud. You know, and they've done so well, all in the WWE. You know? All right, Frankie Hannon wants to know, the Young Bucks are taking a couple of months off. How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, let him go.
That's what I said. I am not a Young Bucks fan at all.
No,
At all.
last time I was here with you, we both shared and
Yeah.
how we don't really get too excited to watch the Young Bucks.
I think so many guys their size could do what they do. I don't know how smart they are and what they bring to behind the curtain. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Well, I
Maybe-
don't know if you saw, but their EVP titles have been removed.
Oh, really?
Theirs and Kenny Omega's. If you look at the
No kidding.
If you look at the
I didn't know that.
I
AEW
didn't
roster, it used to say on the talent roster it would say active and then
Right.
/EVP. The /EVP's gone from all three. of them.
Wow, I had no idea. Well, I'm not a Young Bucks fan at all. At all.
No, I've never been a Young Bucks fan. Obviously the Hardys.
Yeah.
You know, and then
Oh, yeah. Who doesn't
modern
love
day,
Hines?
FTR's okay, but
Yeah.
I think FTR to me kind of disrespected a whole class of tag teams when they just came out with their top 10 tag
Right,
team.
right.
And they didn't have the Dudley Boys on
Yeah,
there.
that's
They
insane.
didn't have the Usos.
Yeah.
They didn't have the New Day. It just,
Right.
you know.
That's insane. That they, you know what I mean? Come
Yeah.
on. All right. Troy Laketta. Hottest people. Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio. Thoughts on them two?
What a year and a half has done for Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah.
I mean, man, remember him being babyface with
Yep.
Ray, and
Yep.
man, that match between them at WrestleMania to what he's
That was
doing
a
now.
good match, man.
He's completely separate from his father now.
Yeah.
He's got his own name,
Yep.
his own gimmick. Good on the kid.
Right. What do you think about Rhea?
Rhea Ripley's great, but she can work in the ring.
Right.
And man, she's you love to hate her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful girl, too.
Yes.
What do you think, Mike?
I've always been a fan of Rhea Ripley.
Right.
I think right now she's at the top of the.
Oh, no doubt. She just was number one in the 250
Yep.
of the women. But I mean, I don't even think it was close.
Yeah.
Anybody, you know what I mean? Who would have? I don't remember exactly who was second or third, but I mean, they had to have been a distance away because she rocked
And then
that last year.
Absolutely, yeah. The last year plus, whatever it's been. I think Dominic Mysterio is going to be. Eventually, he's going to be one of the top heels in the company. I mean, he's one of the top heels now in the group.
Yeah.
But I think eventually he's going to be able to break off, and he's going to be able to do it on his own.
Yep.
And it's because of the people they've surrounded him with.
Absolutely.
With Damian Priest.
Yep.
And Finn Balor, and now JD McDonough being part of the group, and Rhea Ripley. It's been beneficial to him.
Right.
And don't get me wrong. Obviously, his father's one of the greatest to ever step
no
in the
doubt.
ring. But to be able to learn from these four and the four that he's with currently is just more valuable than being pigeonholed to only learning from your father.
Right. And Dominic is killing it, man. He really is. And the dynamic of them together. And I love how Dominic is like, yeah, when I went to prison, you know, we all know he just got in a holding cell. He didn't go to prison.
Yeah.
But is that that's just so funny.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is where I like to kind of get away from wrestling for 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
So here we go. What's a must-have album, musical album?
Do you even know what an album is, Christian?
Yeah.
I just learned the other day. I guess.
Youngster.
Yeah, I'm not too hip on new music.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I love AC/DC, Back in Black.
Yep.
Probably
That is a must-have album.
Right.
It really is.
And then I guess I'll kind of go out of the box. Hamilton, the Broadway musical.
Never heard of it.
Come on, never heard of Hamilton?
No, I mean, I know, like, the play.
That's what I mean. The
Yeah.
play.
Yeah. I mean, I know that they did a play on Hamilton. And
Well,
is it Hamilton, the president?
It's a musical. Yeah, it's the president.
And it's a musical.
Yes.
Does the president sing?
Yes.
Wow.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
What the heck?
I think his name is.
Must-have album.
Must-have
Going
album.
out of the box because it's wrestling.
Is
Maybe
it-
there's too
is
many
it-
people who haven't heard of it.
Cover songs?
No, it's all original.
It's all original.
It's a hip-hop musical.
Wow.
Give it a try.
I will. I really will. That's crazy. All right. What song on
I
your...
have two.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
Yes.
have two.
Okay. Sorry, Mike.
Born in the USA, Bruce
Oh, yeah.
Springsteen,
Great album.
and Thriller, Michael Jackson.
Great album.
Yep.
That's the first album I ever got, was Thriller.
Really?
Yeah, I got it for Easter.
Nice. It's a great album. It really is. All right, what song on your playlist would surprise us? Just so you know, Kelly Clarkson. I got a Kelly Clarkson song on my playlist. Try to ease it up so you guys don't
Yeah.
feel bad when you say somebody,
Well,
you know?
no, that's good. Kelly, you can't really do worse than that. Huh?
Right. No, you can't.
Can't do worse than that. You could.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
You
yeah,
could.
you probably could.
Damn, one song. You got one?
Something from Hamilton? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't want to go too far out.
What is it?
For me, it's Phil Collins. It's anything by Phil Collins.
Yeah? Wow. That's surprising. That's surprising because Phil Collins is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Can I steal that one? I'll do Phil Collins, a song from Brother Bear, the Disney movie.
Yeah.
On My Way. What a
All
good
right.
song. What's your Phil Collins song?
I'm trying to think of the name of it. I like it because of the drums.
No, but
I'll have to get back to it.
was it? That's nah. Never mind. All right, forget it.
We can go with
Favorite
Phil Collins.
TV show? You guys are showing Phil Collins all kinds of love.
Yeah.
Favorite TV show?
I really like Shameless. Shameless is a good
Great
one.
show.
Yep.
I watched the whole thing.
Or I could go with 2.5 Men. I
That's
grew
a
up
good
on
show,
2.5
too.
Men.
Did you like it when Ashton Kutcher came? Because Charlie was amazing, along with his nephew there. What was the kid's name?
Jake.
Oh, just the relationship they had was amazing.
No.
All right, Michael.
Suits.
Suits. Maria, my girl just started getting into that.
Yeah, my wife and I binge watched all 8 seasons. We're on
wow.
we're on season 9. We had to switch because it was weird because these USA things they switch companies, so they're
Yeah.
like
Getting soccer on.
the first 8 seasons they were on it was on Netflix. Then the final season's on like Paramount or Hulu or I don't even know which one it's
Right.
on. But I got to switch to watch it. Oh, Peacock. It's on Peacock.
You know that's weird though how like things because I remember I watched the show Banshee. I don't know if you guys ever see that, but it was on like Stars or Showtime or whatever. But now that show is on HBO Max. How that? You know what I mean? I don't understand how that happens. Honestly. All right.
Excuse me. It just belched.
Oh, okay. Favorite movie franchise? Mine is the Fast and Furious.
mine.
That's mine.
Fast and Furious.
Great. There's a lot of good ones. The Rocky's good.
Yeah. Yep.
Movie franchises. I like the Transporter franchises with
Yeah?
Jason Statham.
Okay.
That's
Awesome.
one. That's one badass guy. Jason Statham is badass.
All right. Awesome. How about favorite actor and favorite actress?
Favorite. That's
Like when you come across this person's movie, you don't change it. Mine is Denzel Washington.
okay.
I see him on the TV, I put the remote down because I know it's going to be a good movie.
Mine would be Liam Neeson and
Ooh, good
Jennifer
one.
Love Hewitt.
Nice. Okay.
Love Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love Mark Wahlberg.
Local guy too.
Yep.
I like him too.
Yep. My favorite movie is probably him playing for the Eagles.
Oh yeah, when he played that.
Invincible?
Yeah.
Invincible. Yep.
Yeah. What was that guy's name? Do you remember?
Vince Papali.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about actress?
Famous actress, favorite actress. I like Jennifer Lawrence.
Nice.
I like her movies.
Yep. All right. Personally, mine is Sofia Vergara.
Okay.
She's hot. That's pretty much why. How about the best concert, worst concert?
I'll do our best and then we'll do our worst.
Sure.
I'll go back to AC/DC. I got to see AC/DC at Gillette.
Yep.
That was pretty badass.
Oh, yeah. Loud, huh?
Yeah.
They have speakers upon speakers upon speakers. Like, seriously, I saw them think, unbelievable.
I would say back in the day, I went to the original Foxborough Stadium.
Yeah.
It was Don Henley. It was for a place called Walden Woods in Massachusetts. It was Don Henley, Jimmy Buffett,
Wow.
and the special guest was Aerosmith to end the show.
Nice. That's awesome.
Worst concert
Yeah.
was when my wife made me stand in the pit for Thomas Rhett.
Who?
He's a country singer.
Okay.
I like Thomas Rhett.
Yeah.
The concert was bad because I had to stand for 4 hours.
Right.
But I will also say that Eric Church, I saw him in Manchester. Man did a solo show, him and his band, for 4 straight hours. He did not have an opening act.
Wow. No kidding.
And the show opened with a light on the microphone, and he sang Hallelujah from underneath the stage.
And what's his name again?
That was Eric Church.
Eric Church, Mr. Misunderstood, right?
Yep.
He sings that
It
too.
is
That song is awesome.
Yep.
I've been actually getting into country the past couple months. Seriously, Chris Stapleton, been listening to a lot of his stuff. Really good.
Yeah, my new guy is Anything by Jelly Roll.
Oh yeah, dude, that was it. Save Me. What a song, man.
Jelly Roll's good.
And it's amazing though, like he's always talking about his weight and and how like his girl should be with him and all, it's amazing, man. What a soul he has.
Yep.
Good dude. So I like to see good things happen to good people. Did you say worst concert?
No, but I was 16.
Yeah.
And me and my buddies were going to my favorite band at the time, Passion Pit.
Yeah.
And I thought I was being cool and using my fake ID at the bar right before the show started. And
Yeah. They nailed you. They keep the ID, huh?
Oh yeah, they took
yeah.
it. I listened to the show out on the street up at the stage door, and my buddies stayed. So
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Who opened for him? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Yeah. Little drunk?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't think I've ever gone to a concert sober.
Yeah.
Ever. Guys, let's play a little name game. DJ Powers. That's what he wrestles as, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Just making sure.
Phenomenal, knowledgeable. Once he grows, and I use this term, I've used this term
Right.
with you, with Alec Price. Once these guys grow into their man body, they're going to be, like, I think DJ Powers is not, once he fills out,
Right.
I don't think he's going to be around long. He's phenomenal,
kidding, huh?
knowledgeable,
That
athletic, can cut a promo,
awesome.
can perform in the ring, energizes the audience. If you had to say, I would say that DJ is a 5-tool player.
No kidding. I had no idea. Seriously, I knew he was doing good and he was, up and coming. But to hear that's DJ, did you hear that, kid? I hope you're watching because you just got put over really well.
Talent and potential, and he. I was just at the show the other night.
Yeah.
He won the Kowalski Cup.
Yeah, what's that? For top rope, right?
Top rope.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. Now, is that would you guys consider that his home promotion?
Top
because of Nico?
Yeah. Well, that's
And Ilya?
top rope is associated with the lockup.
Right, because of Ryan back in the day. Okay. Awesome. All right. The APW heavyweight champion, Mike McCarthy, the masshole, who was here about 5-6 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
That was
You can
awesome.
go first.
It's a real locker room leader. Really great to have at every show.
Right.
Always trying to instill some kind of knowledge on everybody in the room.
Yep.
And just couldn't be a nicer guy to work with.
Mike is the type of individual that will put the needs of the company and the needs of what we need to do to get the point across or get whatever we're trying to do across with the fans. And that doesn't matter if he needs to take the beating or take the loss or get the win. It was a very proud moment for me because of the work that Mike's put in when Mike was able to walk away with the APW championship.
Right.
It was deserved.
Yep.
It was earned. But before being deserved, it was earned.
Yeah.
He showed up. He did what he needed to do, and he's carried my company for the last 5 or 6 months.
Wow. I mean, I've known Mike for like 20 years. Didn't even think about it like, sitting there. But what a worker and how he changed his life around, and he's killing it, man.
Yep,
he is literally killing it.
He absolutely is.
And really, nice guy. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Seriously.
100% agree. He melts every time he sees my granddaughter.
Oh, does he?
My granddaughter.
I would too, though.
My granddaughter has this love relationship. She loves Steve Stetson.
Yeah.
She'll dress as a cowboy one show. And then the next show, she'll dress like Mike McCarthy, so much to the fact where my daughter had to go out and buy yellow and black tights, cut them down the middle, and sew them together so she had matching Mike McCarthy pants.
Thanks, Mike, right?
Yeah. But she's sending me pictures of the posters she hangs on her wall.
Nice.
She comes to she'll be there Saturday. My granddaughter's, and she also weasels me out of money every show. But.
Yeah, I'm a big kid guy. That's why, like I said, I work in an elementary school. I mean, it's a perfect job for me. I love all the kids, some more than others.
Yeah.
But at least I love them all.
Yep.
All right. Monty Aries.
Monty is someone who has put in the work in the year plus, well, just a little over a year with the year plus with APW. He has come from a fill-in spot, which he knows originally.
Right.
That show that he debuted on fell apart. I
Right.
needed somebody to go be in a match.
Yep.
He took over the match, and he's just run with it since. He's run with it in APW.
Yep.
I've seen pictures of him up at Limitless. I've seen him doing stuff in,
WFA, maybe?
early WFA.
Yeah.
He hasn't worked there quite
Okay.
a while. They've been to Pennsylvania to work for Bob Evans.
Oh, nice. But Bob's in Pennsylvania?
But he's helping with the promotion down in
okay.
PA.
That's a knowledgeable guy, too, man. Bob.
So, for me, Monty is one of the people, he has this saying to show up and show out.
Yep.
And he 100% lives by that.
Nice.
And he puts in the work. He's lost a ton of weight.
Yep.
He wants to make sure that, what he's doing makes sense and
Yep.
is increasing his value as well as increasing the value of the company that he's working for.
Yeah, nice.
Whether it's APW or any other company.
And he is working hard. There's
Absolutely.
no doubt the kid's working hard. And again, good things happen to good people. Speaking of a good person, Kid V, his tag team partner.
Great guy.
Yeah.
Talk about a transformation in just over a year.
Yeah.
You can talk about Monty, but don't forget about Kid V.
Right.
He has.
True.
He's gone from the red-clad,
Yeah.
childish character that he started with, and has grown into one hell of a baby face that is taken really seriously, not only at APW, but I think at a lot of other promotions.
Well, he was killing it as the goofy Kid V. I mean, he did awesome doing that. But as you know, you got to progress, change a little and stuff. So
He hasn't lost that fun-loving value, but he has definitely grown into a new shell.
right.
Yeah, he's added to it.
Yeah.
He's added depth.
Yeah. Nice. All right. I like both them guys a lot. Good guys. Setherin.
Setherin is a wealth of knowledge. He's been in the business for over 20 years. He was part of one of the greatest tag teams, not only in APW history, but in, I would say, New England independent wrestling with Nightbreed.
No doubt.
His partner, Bud, or Gallo, who is the owner of Next Gen, which we have a working relationship with at APW.
Right.
Amato, Setherin is one of those guys that you can go to with for advice when you're trying to figure out what is going to make sense. And I'll be the first one to say that I probably haven't leveraged his knowledge as much as I could have.
Right.
Because I feel more comfortable going to other people. And that's no fault of Setherin's. That's 100% on me. But he's a value to the locker room and to my roster.
Absolutely.
He can get a lot out of guys in the ring. I've seen him go into a match.
Really good trainer, too.
Yes. He taught me how to bump.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
talk the truth, right?
Oh, it took me like 3 hours.
Dude, I swear to God, that's what I always said. How hard that, you got to remember to tuck your chin.
Yeah. He's a great guy, though. And
Yeah, he is.
especially when he gets in the ring.
Yeah.
Even if he hasn't worked with the guy before.
Patient, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patient.
Yeah.
And just willing to work with anybody.
Agree.
How about Vandy Vixen?
Yeah, I got nothing nice to say.
Could probably say a lot of the things about Zetherin about Vanity.
I know that. Yeah. Same thing with Setherin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, been in the business for a long time.
Very long time.
She can get the best out of a male performer that you put in the ring with her, or a female performer. Again, someone that maybe I haven't leveraged their knowledge as much as I could have over the last 5, almost 6 years. But an asset. She's obviously going to be in the tournament to crown the new champion.
I would like to think that for sure. I mean,
Yep.
are you going to have a ranking anyway? Like, 1 versus 8 and 2. You know what I mean? I'm just asking.
We're doing it in two flows. So we're gonna have it set up not so much a ranking. I have 2 matches are gonna take place on one show. 2 matches will take place on another show. We'll have it ranked so that someone who wins on, we'll say February, will wrestle somebody who won in March. So it'll be kind of a ranking, but it's not really a 1 through 8. It's just, it's me looking at it saying what are going to be the best matchups if this person wins or if this person wins. So,
well, I got to ask, any chance you could mention any other names that might be in the tournament?
yeah, absolutely. We got Shannon Levangie. Yeah. Paris Van Dale.
Yeah. Who, both of them are doing really good.
Absolutely.
Really good.
Jesse Nolan from up in Maine.
Yep.
We got Spike. I don't know. She's fairly new. She's a NEPLA student.
Okay.
Just wrestled Jen on the last show. Lavea Vale, who is an Elia student.
Okay.
She's actually wrestling Jen this Saturday.
Nice.
And so
Olivia, is that her name?
Lavea.
Lavea, yeah, I saw that. Okay.
so Lavea.
Nice.
Oh, and Sarah Jane. And then there's one spot open, and I'm working on trying to bring someone in.
Nice. I was surprised no little me Kathleen.
The problem, I love Kathleen. I would love to have her back in APW.
Everywhere.
She's just her and Channing. It's you hit a certain level, and they.
Yeah, but they're both killing it. I mean, they really are. All right, Scotty Slade.
Oh man, I've had a lot of good things to say about him before.
You used to have a lot of nice things to say.
Yeah,
Now he's a jerk.
yeah, a couple shows ago he was on commentary with me, and all of a sudden his music hits for the Rumble, and he goes in there and eliminates himself to make Steven Stetson win the Rumble.
So it was down to them too?
Yeah,
the end?
it was down to them two, and
Wow.
he eliminated himself.
In Elia. It was the two of them in Elia. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
And he ripped his shirt off, revealing that he's going to be part of the Stetson country.
He's doing really well for himself too, Steve Stetson.
Yes.
Yeah, Steve is, whether you agree with his tactics or not, Steve is a good performer.
Right.
He gets the crowd to hate him, which is what you need and what you want.
Size.
Size. I keep telling him that if he ever decides he wants to be a nice guy, that I think our fans would still would love him instead of hate him. But going back to Scotty, I'll let him do the kayfabe stuff. For me, Scotty is from the same mold, knowledge-wise, that like in the level that I hold Brian Malonis.
Okay.
Scotty Slade knows this business inside and out. He knows how to construct events, whether it be in the match, out of the match, that are going to extract emotion from the fans, and that is probably the most valuable thing that I can use.
Right.
Because I know if I say, Scotty, I need you to go out and wrestle so-and-so, Scotty's going to go out and have a good match.
Oh, definitely. There's no doubt.
Potentially the best match of the night.
Yeah?
It's the behind-the-scenes stuff that Scott is willing to talk through to make the product better, and that is what I find valuable.
Is that like helping people put matches together?
Helping people put matches together, see something that I've written down that I want to take place,
Right.
and him coming to me and saying, do it this way,
Right.
makes it a little bit more impactful. Helping out and not just letting things fall. If he sees that something might fall flat from his experience,
Right.
he's willing to speak his mind where some people won't.
Well, you're right, though. He really does have a wealth of knowledge. I mean, he's been around this business almost 20 years, You have anything to add to that?
I'm just looking forward to seeing him and get some kind of explanation for what he did at the last show. That's all I'll say.
All right. How about one of my favorite wrestlers right now, BRG, Ryan Gosling.
Hell of a talent. He's got a great look. He looks very old school.
Right. That dyed blonde hair.
Yeah. Yeah, and he knows how to put on a good match.
He does.
I got to see him work a few times down at WFA, and he's definitely open to criticism and looking to make himself better. I'm excited to see where he goes.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked about Brett before.
Right.
Always wanted to have him come in. He's always, between new Limitless. He's another one that's busy. I know he just. I don't know if he's signed with, but I know he's been going out to MLW.
Yeah, in Canada.
Working there.
He's been going to Canada. He really is. A lot of these guys right now are really getting around.
Yep.
Which is nice. That is the next step. Like, isn't Stetson from like New Jersey?
Yeah, Stetson drives round trip 8 hours.
Right, and that's what I mean. Like, for him, he's getting out of his area, coming up here, broaden his horizons and all that. It's awesome. I love it. I love to see, even though you want him around here, I love seeing everybody get booked everywhere. Yep. Channing Thomas is so close to being signed or maybe being in like a PWG,
Yep.
Shannon is awesome and he's killing it. How about Danny Miles? Oh.
He's
in the unit, right?
He's in the Stetson country on our side. With us, we don't have. Luckily, the unit doesn't come around APW. Right. Except we had them there once. They did a tag team match, him and Trips. But Danny Miles is. I mean, if you look at our locker room.
Yep.
Stiff Mike obviously has been around since the APW began. Yep. Danny Miles is not far behind.
Right.
I think he made early on in his career he was with APW.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's got himself in phenomenal shape, and this is, he'll tell you that he was pretty much, the pandemic had him almost out of wrestling altogether.
Oh yeah.
And then he got in, started working with JT and all those guys in the unit, and it kind of brought his passion back.
Right.
And he's another one that, will make sure that whatever's supposed to take place is gonna make sense and be impactful.
Right. Okay.
Hard hitting, exciting to watch in the ring.
Dude, I saw him in a really, really good dog collar match with Jay Lethal at Big Time Wrestling. Wow, man. And then when the match was over, Jay Lethal put him over I wrestled him 9 years ago. We both were green, blah, blah, blah. And he tells him, we're going to battle again. It just was nice to see a promo like that, giving praise. And especially when a lot of times Jay Lethal's a heel.
Right.
But he wasn't that night. All right. Owen Brody, a guy works a lot for APW.
Again, creative guy. Likes to change things up. Right now we're doing, he's the APW legend.
Right.
Got himself a purple suit, goes out and can draw the heat that we need. He's become one of my trusted guys that if I need somebody to get into a pro, and again, whatever, fourth wall, I don't really give a crap. But, if I need somebody to be in a program with a baby face to bring them along and get them across, Mike is one of the guys that I can trust. Owen Brody.
Right.
He's one of the guys I can trust to make sure that we're building that next generation within APW.
He's a great talent.
He did it with Monty, and next up is he's gonna be working with the young kid Gunnar Moody. He's actually wrestling Gunnar for the first time in Derry on this Saturday.
Okay.
But, going into next year, that's the plan is for them they're going to go nose to nose for a few shows.
Awesome.
He must be doing something right because on the APW Hall of Fame online voting, he was number one.
Do you think his finger's getting tired?
Yeah, I think so. I think some kind of funny business went on, but hey, who am I to say?
No, but he's very talented. He really is.
Very talented.
I'm a fan of his. I really am. Jordan Cross. You're going to be booked at this kid, huh?
Yeah, TJ Jordan Cross. He's wrestled for us a few times.
Is he a next-gen kid?
He's a next-gen guy.
Okay.
Well, he traveled. I guess he lived down south. He was trained by one of the Mad Dogs, I think. Okay. I could be wrong. But I know that he's at next-gen now. He's wrestled Stiff Mike a couple times.
It's a good test.
Yep, he's going to be in there with Jason Vaught, who's wrestled for us a few times. He's also a next gen
and I'll
kid.
cross his name out.
Yep. So it's it's going to be interesting to see. And he's in his hometown of Manchester, so
Oh, nice.
it's going to the problem is I have so many talented people. I can't have 20 matches per show.
Right.
And when people get involved in storylines, it's hard to take them off shows to have other people on the show. So,
Right.
And obviously I want to make sure that, if I'm not making money, I'm not losing money. So
Right.
I got to make sure that, that line is so I can't be having 10 matches per show just so I can get
Right.
people on there, which sucks sometimes because there are people you want to give the opportunities to, but
100%. Now, do you ever have problems with the guys with time? Like, you really wanted the match to go 13 minutes, but they went 25 minutes?
No, I have the
Okay.
problem where I need them to go 13 and they go 6.
The females are like that, huh? Because I think we had this conversation one time when I was doing the concessions. That the girls were supposed to go 12 minutes and they went like 4.
Yeah. Right. So the problem is that I think that my referees don't listen to the time cues and relay them
Right.
to the, because we're back there, whether it's me, whether it's Tony S.
Yeah.
Because Tony S is kind of stepped into a backstage role with ADP. That's where I work during the day. APW, and is basically producing the whole show.
Right.
Chris-
Very talented, too.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's given the time cues to the referees, whether or not they're not relaying them.
Right.
Again, I've never been in there as a performer, so I'm guessing 6 minutes could feel like 13.
Right.
When you're out there blown up and whatnot. But that's where I run in. And, we can make up for it in other ways, whether it's we extend intermission a little bit or, I just decide I'm going to go out there and say something that wasn't
Right.
really on the rundown sheet. So I mean, going short or going long, I've never really had anybody go long. I've also been in the position where, I'm not going to say any names, but where
Right.
the match is just not doing what we needed to do, or I've cut the match short. I've relayed to the referee to be like, tell him to go home.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm on commentary these days,
Yeah.
so I don't really get into the weeds with the timing of
All right.
things. I'm more trying to live it in the moment.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got a little under 5 minutes. You want to plug your show? You're running the APW Presents Queen City Christmas. And what's the name of the building?
it's the Manchester Ballers Association. It's their gymnasium.
Yep.
It's actually the old gymnasium from Hesser College. It's now
Oh, wow.
privately owned. It's where we had our show in Manchester back in June.
Right.
And we did a pretty good house. We're planning on a pretty good house this weekend. We have 8 matches on tap. We got Jason Vaught versus TJ Cross.
Yeah.
We have Gunnar Moody versus Owen Brody. We have The Neighborhood versus MSP.
Which has match of the night written all over it
Yep,
before they even get in the ring.
Exactly. You got Mike McCarthy versus Lucas Chase. You got
That's gotta be good,
Scotty
too.
Slade versus DJ Powers. You got LeVay Vale versus Vanity Vixen.
It's a good card.
Yeah, you got the Politician versus Cletus.
Yep. Is Seth on the card?
Setherin is wrestling. He is on the card. I'm drawing a blank right now.
Yeah, because I am too, because I saw it. He was on the left, and I can't remember.
Oh, Keon. He's wrestling
yes. That's Cam's brother, right?
That is Cam's brother.
Now, Cam, what's his wrestler name again?
Cassius Hall.
Cassius. I was sitting at home. I'm trying to think of his name, and I'm like, I couldn't
Cassius,
come up with it.
Yeah. Cassius joined Stetson Ranch back a couple months ago.
Yep.
Then he was out with the knee injury, and he actually just made his return at the last show on November 18th. So I banned Stetson and Danny Miles from this show.
Oh, wow.
So they're not going to be in the building
Yep.
at all. Cassius Hall had other obligations, so he's not going to be there. So the only member of Stetson Country that's in the building this weekend is Scotty Slade.
Oh, wow.
So that takes the pressure off of DJ having to worry about anyone getting
Well,
involved.
that's the thing. He's taking on a young up-and-coming kid, man, who's got a lot of momentum going. Scotty, you might be in big trouble.
Yep. And then we've already announced the main event for December 9th, which is Full Force Elimination 13, which is going to be Stetson Country. So it's Danny Miles, Scotty Slade, Cassius Hall, and Steven Stetson.
Right.
Versus Mike McCarthy, Ilya Markopoulos, Nico Silva, and DJ Powers in the main event.
That's Ilya, white babyface, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Him and Nico have formed, I guess they're calling it the Ultimate Tag Team.
Oh, they got to be. That's a good tag
Two
team.
former APW champions
No
that
doubt.
went at each other literally for a good part of 2.5 years.
Right.
When Ilya was the champion of APW.
Yeah.
So,
The hated champ.
yeah, the hated champ. But,
Everybody hated him.
the hated champ, but there wasn't anybody, and this has no reflection on anybody in my locker room. He was the right person to be at the top for the length of time that he was.
Oh yeah, I'm not knocking him. Believe me. Yeah, like I said, he was quite the heel. So the show is at 3 Sundial.
3 Sundial Ave. Yep.
Manchester.
Manchester.
03103 is the zip code for your GPS.
Yep.
A minute to go, man. Anything you want to talk about?
No, I mean, again, thanks for having us on. I appreciate you taking the time.
Anytime, man. Seriously, you know that.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Thanks for having
Love
us
having
back.
you guys on, man. Seriously, thank you guys for coming
Thank you.
on. You
need to come back out to a show. You need to get
Oh,
back.
I
in and
will.
do
I
some
will be.
shows.
You know what's weird is Forney has been working as a bartender, so neither one of us has been going to any shows. But maybe on the second, this Saturday, maybe we'll do. Because I did ask him, to take a Saturday off, and he said he was going to try.
The people want it, Leo. We've heard from people at the show. We need the meatballs back.
Yeah. Well, who's doing the concessions now? Mike?
Zach Zamzow, his son. Yeah.
That's
Zach.
cool.
He's great, but there's no meatballs.
Yeah, I make some good meatballs.
Yeah, you
You're
do.
right. I really do. And the chicken tenders. I love to cook. I do.
One of the best moments in APW history. Max Smashmaster putting the meatball sub over in the ring.
Meatball sub. That was crazy. Guys, again, thank you very much. And hope for continued success
Thank
for
you.
APW.
Thank you.
We're out. Peace. Hi, guys. I hope you're enjoying the show. Listen, I could use a little help to grow my YouTube channel. So if you could please like, share, and subscribe. That's most importantly, subscribe. Send me a direct message, and I'll give you a shout out here on the show. My YouTube channel is real simple. It's just my name, Leo Connors. Thanks in advance. Peace.